What's going on, y'all? So we back with another one. If you like what I'm doing, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Either way, we gonna keep going. We gonna keep rocking. I said civil discord and the comments are not so civil, but just know you will be dealt with accordingly and appropriately. And this is not a game over here. Let's just try our best. Just because we may disagree, let's just try to be respectful. And if I have to, I will be a savage. But I think like in my older age, I've gotten to a point where as though it's like just certain stuff just be BS to me. So I don't really, it doesn't really bother me as far as like really just being a freaking savage. Yeah, it really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's the only thing really people know. But my approach, to be honest, is always to try to handle this stuff with love. So I came back to y'all. I know like probably like in the next like for the next few videos is gonna be like a little bit reaction based. But when I react to stuff, a lot of times, especially when it comes to the video we're gonna be reacting to as Anton Daniels, is because he can articulate better what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? So it's easier to just react to it and let him make the points or whatever that I'm trying to make, and it just come out clearer. And I just like the way he articulate himself. But I literally was just having a conversation on how we so backwards, and not that we're just backwards, is that it's like what is so wrong with the phrase "Make America Great Again"? Oh, it's because it represents Trump. You know how many times I'm so sick and tired of, oh, he racist, oh, he this, oh, he that. Like, bro, I'm sick and tired of it. Y'all, like, remember that my one of my most recent videos or whatever, um, learn how to hold them and fold them, right? Learn how to hold them and when to fold them, right? You know what I'm saying? Good title, by the way. Um, when the lady was like misinformation, she legit used the same word, and she was the one that was misinformed. I didn't argue with this lady. I didn't go back and forth with this lady. I didn't want to have a discussion with this lady. I am not here to, and I would never. You should never try to educate or speak to somebody that's already foregone. Just let them go. You know what I'm saying? How she started off is how you know that she ain't. You know what I'm saying, that it's no way she could be wrong or any type of way. She started off by saying I'm 52 years old, which I never asked her, which I don't even, ma'am, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to look your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can tell me. It's nothing you can teach me. Because in order to teach, I believe you have to be willing to learn. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's bars. But let's get into this reaction.
So why wouldn't I vote for him? Well, he got all of these charges against him. Honest to God, on everything on my daughter's life. I said this. This is what I said to her. I said, tell me about the charges. What was the charges? I mean, they out there. I can look them up. I said, no, tell me about them. Tell me about the charges. What is it that he got charged with, and what do you disagree with? What do you think he should be convicted for? I mean, he got him. I said, you can't. In my mind, I said, you can't be this slow. I said, but this is gonna be hilarious. So Rita's sitting there like, she already know what's about to happen. So I says,
As we all.
what is it that you don't agree with? I mean, what about Project 2025? I said, you know that's not of him, right? Well, the media said it was of him. I'm telling you word for word what happens. I said, okay, a lot of misinformation. What else don't you agree with? I mean, he trying to get police immunity to come and kill us. What if he take over the government and then he just completely makes himself king? Do you know? I mean, this woman had to be in her upper 40s, 40, at least 40 something. You know the profile. Possibly diabetic, fupas, bad skin, lips black. Nice shoes though. Nice.
So to give y'all the context of why he said nice shoes or whatever the case may be is because that's how the conversation started. He had his hat on. He went over to her. He told her that her shoes was nice. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, he said, like, shoes, where your shoes from? And she took the compliment, but then why you got that hat on? So if anybody knows Anton, if anybody knows anybody like this, there's a lot of Antons in the world. Like people that's just, especially because they know they on the right side of things, that they'll let you have it. You get what I'm saying? Respectfully, of course, or whatever the case may be. So they start to engage in a conversation. Now everything he's saying, he's like, the type. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Upper 40s, overweight, like I said, possibly diabetic, overweight. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you, it's gonna be, well, what do her weight got to do with anything? Because you already know us as black people, especially black American women, be overweight, but somebody like it though. Then we get those. And then she was wrong about everything that she said, but people are still running with this narrative and is going to die on the hill of, well, I just don't like him. So what he's going to do is he's going to do what he usually do. He's going to do what any person that debates, especially on the social media BS. He's going to he's going to debunk everything that she says, and as he debunks everything that she says, she's going to say the last and final thing. I'm going to let y'all guess, but we're going to let him rock.
Shoes. The question that then comes to my mind often at these times is, do you waste your time and throw your pearls to swine? Because if I don't have the camera on, then that means that I can't really capture it, so I can't really profit from it. And so if it's not beneficial to me, and I know that people are going to be the way that they're going to be regardless, then should I waste my time? That's the dilemma. The dilemma that I go through on a regular basis when I get into these conversations with my black of that black on the black hand side people is, do I waste my time? And so I make a small attempt to educate her. I said, the police immunity thing is just a talking point. It doesn't absolve the police officers from being held accountable for the things that they do outside of their training and the manual within their department. And so if they didn't do it, then they're not immune to their personal assets being gone after and for them to be held accountable for their actions if they unjustly do something to somebody and it's against the law. But if you operate within the police manual and so on and so forth, naturally you should be protected, especially personally, from the things that you do on your job, similar to if you was a tax accountant or if you was a lawyer, right? And you create a business in order to protect your personal assets from it. But it doesn't absolve you from being held accountable for your actions. You know what that's mean, right? If you actually understood the law here, let me show it to you, and I started to pull it out. I don't even care. I just don't like him. I said, Rita said, Anton, don't even waste your time. In order to wear that hat, you must be rich. That was her final thoughts. Her final moment was, in order to wear that hat, you must got a lot of money. You must be rich. I don't even entertain. I just walked away. I said, that's why you ain't got no ring on your finger. She said, oh! And
I don't know why she's surprised. That is, and it's that type of woman or whatever. Like let's bring it in. It's that same type of woman that say that it ain't no good men out here or whatever, and all the men that she dealt with, she got children. She is a single baby mother. Literally, is because all the decisions that she made and the men that she chose, that she knew that it wasn't supposed to be, dumb men wasn't supposed to be chosen in the first place, or whatever the case may be. And then her side shows that her being overweight shows that she has no discipline. Oh, she had kids. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? For when a man doesn't do what he's supposed to do, right? When a man doesn't do what he's supposed to do, or he's moving quote unquote in a feminine way, the world persecutes him. But as women do what the f they want to do, become more liberal, become more free, um, they start to do more stuff to become unchecked and uncouth and unhinged, and it's cool. But when a man is a bum, when a man is fat, he's called out by not just women but men and people alike. Like, he's not given the same grace. So he's about to go into, and then we're gonna wrap it up, but he's about to go into how backward society is and the stuff that we actually worship. Once again, taking it back to the head. What's so wrong with making America great again? Because at the end of the day, you live here. And I don't want to hear all that. Well, yes, is there some, as they call it, systematic racism in play? Yeah, but my pushback on that is, you gotta really be educated to understand how that really works. And yeah, in certain cases you gotta work harder than your white counterpart, but at the end of the day, everybody that is willing to do the work, especially as an African American, literally always outshines and become way better than our white counterparts, if you're willing to rise above the adversity.
Got up and walked away. That's why you ain't got no ring on your finger. Let's go, Rita. Rita started cracking up. She thought that was the funniest thing ever. That's why you ain't got no ring on your finger. Masculine and wrong. Loud, wrong, and masculine. Loud, wrong, and masculine. And this is what I experience from the community on a regular basis. This is what I experience from the community on a regular basis. They don't respect me, they disrespect themselves. They don't respect me, they disrespect themselves. I'm not tripping off y'all no more, man. Listen, dog, you gonna bust hell wide open with your views and your lifestyle. I'm not trying to impress the devil, and that's the part that y'all gotta understand. The reason that I walk with so much confidence is because I know when people is hellbound when they are. It would be better for you to get on my team than to get on the other team. You on the wrong side. Forget being on the wrong side of history. You on the wrong side of life. You on the wrong side of life. Listen, us as a culture and as a community, we've had more freedom than we've ever had in our entire life, but we dustier than we ever been. Not me personally, but as a culture and as a community. Our entertainers are the only ones that's going to jail for trying to kill people. We always advocate against safety in our own communities and neighborhoods. We celebrate drug dealers. We align ourselves with a party that wants us to actually decrease our own population by leveraging killing unwanted babies as a form of contraception. At this point, you'd be hard-pressed to find a woman that's a part of the community that did not execute an unwanted pregnancy and then justified it and then allow for sassy men on the pulpit to then let women that's not even supposed to be in the pulpit, such as Kamala Harris, wear a pride shirt and then jump on the pulpit and tell you to vote for her and then talk about her faith without even acknowledging Jesus. Where we do that at?
I had to let him finish cooking that up. You know what I'm saying? We about to wrap it up. I had to let him finish. Y'all not even gonna see that, but yeah, I had to let him really cook that up or whatever. I just had to let him say that. Yeah, that's how backwards we are. We legit, we listen to entertainers or whatever the case may be. All right, so one of the things that I wasn't feeling when they told LeBron to shut up and dribble, but then when he came out and talked about he's supporting Kamala, I felt Laura, just shut up and dribble. Politics ain't your fight, bruh. And that's the problem. It ain't their fight. And if they were really so and if they were really educated, or they really wasn't so detached from reality and what's really going on, it's no way that they would feel comfortable with coming out and saying vote for Kamala. You could just do a 50. Like what 50 said, no, I ain't getting in that. Just in the third, no matter what his political views are. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know, because at the end of the day, you could just you like, it's okay to be a part of the solid majority. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, what's understood don't have to be said. But as far as LeBron coming out saying, tell us to vote, the community to vote against our own interests, because none of that shit that she would have destroyed and would have continued to destroy affects him and his economy. You know what I'm saying? Dude don't pay for his own age, and it's not me hating or whatever the case may be, but you get paid to dribble a basketball, not give political advice. But that's how backwards we are, where we listen to our court jesters, the ones that entertain us. And they got such a great input or insight, when all they really been known for was how good they can shoot or dribble a basketball. And that's not me trying to demean anybody that plays sports, but they get well compensated to do that, not to be in politics. But in that, I'm going to wrap it up, and we just so backwards. Typical stuff. What's wrong? And that's gonna be the title of this video. So if you hear, you already know the title of the video. Like, what's wrong with Make America Great? But if you like what I'm doing, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. You will keep cooking. You will keep rocking. Let's have simple Discord in the comments, man. Let me know. Like I legit want to know. It's no disrespect to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Your views is your views, but I really want to know what's wrong with Make America Great Again. If you made it this far, please make sure you like and sub, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one.